Oh, the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me, please. I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone.
Okay, so look at the words here used to describe a couple that helped her get away from this man. A lovely couple. Thanks everyone, I'm fine. People were worried about her. They're worried about me. Your people aren't. So we can always tell which people are your people and which ones are helping us. Because they're lovely. They're peaceful. They're fun. They make life fun and easy. And they don't like monsters like you all. People don't like monsters. Some of the people that you have helping you really don't want to help you because you're a monster, right? Isn't that how that works, Mr. Perry? I mean, don't you know everything? Don't you have a lot of power? Mr. Perry types in my phone, I'm classy, I'm sexy, I'm smart, you're my girlfriend. Oh my God, I don't think you're hot and sexy. I moved twice to get away from you. And to have no drama and no conflict and no further contact with you at all. None. And every time you contact me, we get more information because my guys get pissed off. They're lovely. They're fun. They make life fun and easy. I wouldn't survive this without them. There's no way. And faith in God. There's a lot of times you did things that my guys could not have gotten to me in time to save me, and God did. So there's definitely God in this, fighting your Satan, because no normal person wants to hurt somebody else. And Mr. Perry, I don't think you're hot and sexy. I don't think you're classy. I think you're disgusting. I think you got a strange old problem that has control over you and you can't control shit. I don't think you have any power, because if you could have power, you'd be normal like everybody else. Normal people don't hurt each other. They don't torture women and children to feel tough. You're a pussy and a coward. And you'll never be anything better than that. You're always going to be a wannabe and never the wanted one. You've been rejected for 13 years, every day, all day long, and told on. And people have to repeat themselves for you constantly. It is very irritating. This is stuff that's kindergarten level thinking, sir. When you cause a problem for me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you invade my privacy, we get more. When you butt into stuff that does not concern you, we get more intel. Ask the Muffin Man, ask Sanjay, ask Blankenship, ask Desiree, ask Monique, ask Lucius and Calvin. Calvin's bald and fat. Any of your other victims have that information. Papa John's means make delivery on a sex trafficking victim. Any of your other victims have that? I have that. Stalking, hacking, peeping, cloning. Those are felony offenses. Witness tampering, coercion, trafficking. Trafficking comes with a life sentence per count. Perjury, obstruction, witness tampering, RICO violation after RICO violation after RICO violation. Money laundering. Right? And when you contact me, we get more. And it's been that way since before the McNamara email. When you cause a problem for me, we get more. Because you piss off my guys. So your guys were talking about you tonight. That guy is a sick little fuck who enjoys torturing women. And everybody makes a plan. And he sits there and torments her and tortures her and torments her and tortures her. And her guys get all pissed off. Next thing we know, she finds out. And everything blows up. I fucking hate your contact. I fucking hate you. You are a monster. You're a rejected fail. You're too stupid to figure out how to just go be normal. And not bother anybody else ever again. I've told you what a man has to do to make me like him. You don't invade my privacy. You respect boundaries. You respect the law. You make sure I don't miss a meal. And you don't butt into shit that doesn't concern you. And you have to be normal to ride this ride. And you have to have some dignity, some class, and control yourself. And you can't do shit. Not on any of that. So your own people were especially... you had a plan tonight. It didn't work, did it? Didn't work, did it? Because when you contact me, we find out. We get more. And that's what the guy said. Mr. Perry is a sick little fuck who can't control himself. And every time he does something to her, she finds out every single time. And we make all these plans, and they blow up on her face. She said, don't contact me, or we'll get more. And that's what has happened every time we try to do something. And it's been that way for years. And he just can't stop. He can't control himself. Right? And it's fine with me. We always want to get information, right? But I mean, that's how pathetic you are. That's how pathetic you are. You're not my boyfriend. You're a criminal, and I'm the victim. You're a creepster. You give everybody the creepy crawlies when you walk in the room. You disgust everybody. Everybody's sick and tired of having to deal with this, Charles. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. Stalking's a felony. Coercion is a felony. The first time I said no, that should have been the end of it. Listen, I'm not going to call you, and I don't want to talk to you. You don't even make sense. It types in my phone, call me. Let's talk. We need to talk. Call me. You need to talk. I don't need to talk. I don't want your byline money. I don't want to, go suck all your friends' dicks and spend the rest of my life, you're torturing me and tormenting and torturing and tormenting and frustrating and causing loss and causing problems. And, but I'll have a really nice house though. Yep. Nope. I said no. I've always said no. Haven't I? Take your bribe and shove it up your ass. And don't fucking ask me again. Because when you ask me, it pisses me off. When you contact me, it pisses me off. I don't want to hear from you at all. You're just like this guy. Everybody's like, oh my God. Does he ever shut the fuck up? How embarrassing. We're embarrassed for you. You embarrassed me. I wouldn't walk in a room with you for millions. You're rejected. I moved twice to get away from you and never no further contact. Have nothing. I left. You're never going to get a date with me. You can't be normal. I said no. Now you're just coercing. Now you're just harassing. Now you're just bothering. And the more you do that to me, what happens, Lucius? Mr. Perry can't tell me. He doesn't know. Literally has no fucking idea what I'm even saying. They think you're going to snap, Charles. They're sure you're going to snap. And now you got cops in Oklahoma who didn't do shit when they should have. And our guys did the work instead. And I'm safe because what somebody else did from another jurisdiction, right? And now they're going, when he's going to snap, he's whack job. There's no question. That for 13 years, she won't even talk to him, and he thinks that's his girlfriend. John Hinckley Jr. thought the same thing watching TV. Peeping Tom is a serious, sick, vulgar, fucked up thing to do to a woman. And I wouldn't go out with a man that does it. There's no way. You're not good enough. I said no. You're a fat, lazy turnoff. That's not what attracts me to you, a man. That's not what I like. If I like a dude, if you meet somebody, see, everybody else already knows this, Mr. Perry. I'm having to tell you something everybody else already knows. When you like somebody, when you meet somebody and you like them, you want them to like you back, so you do things they like. You don't do every nasty, repulsive, illegal bullshit. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we get more. So you just did it again. You're creepy as fuck. And so we'll get more. So when all you guys get caught again, please know for the record, I did say, I told you, he can't control himself. He can't do it. Can't understand a word people say. Huntington's disease causes hallucinations, delusion, psychosis, paranoia, and impaired cognitive reasoning. When he contacts me, my guys get mad. They get furious because I said, don't contact me. I went to a lot of trouble to move twice, not to be contacted. And Mr. Perry's creeping me out. He gives me the heebie-jeebies. He gives everybody the heebie-jeebies. Okay, so there's a cause and effect here that a kindergartner could have gotten years ago. When you contact me, we get more, because I don't like it. I don't like anything about you. You're rejected, and you fail. You fucking fail. Fail at being normal. Fail at moving on like everybody else can do. Fail at respecting other people. Right? You're like this guy. Right.
Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why
No,
I
don't. Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice.
So they're all like, he's going to snap. And then we're going to have to, there's going to be a press conference. He's going to do something insane, like John Hinckley did. And then we're going to have a press conference and go, well, why did Oklahoma law enforcement sit on their hands and let him put her through unimaginable torment and torture for 9 years, and somebody else was saving her ass? How the hell are we going to explain that to the public when he does that? Because he's going to do it. It's just when. Unless our guys put him in jail first, that's the goal. The goal is put Mr. Perry in jail so he can't do that to people anymore. Creep out women, torture women, torment women, grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce, right? Okay, I've said that. That's what they're looking at charging you for, Mr. Perry. I think it's going to be a witness tampering charge, and those are the acts. How many counts are there going to be? Who gave me the McNamara email? Huh? The Fabian puzzle. Told me Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. Gene Mitchell's going to change his legal argument before anybody... He asked that, but not in my deposition where it would be smart to ask that. He said, I want to know how Cynthia knew my legal argument before I had even made it. She knew I was going to lie. How'd she know that? He could have asked me the same question. How'd you know my client was drugged before anybody else said it? How did you know that I'm going to change my legal argument? Because I texted him. He goes, I know she knew. She texted me and told me don't do that. It's not plausible. It's not just not plausible. It's not even possible. So you got the wrong guy. He's a police officer. I'll tell you something. My granddad left me a legacy I'm very, very proud of, Mr. Perry. He was very loved, but he didn't act like you. He fought men like you, monsters, who go hurt women and then go rub one out. So all you guys that sit around on your weirdo asses that are just almost as bad as he is, if some of you are worse, and y'all plan a little thing, a little scheme and a little trick, and we'll get her on this and we'll get her on that. We'll have this guy steal money and then we'll say she did it. We'll have this guy do this and then we'll say she did it. Whatever we can use for a smear campaign, whatever we can try to trick her into. Let's try this and let's try that. Oh shit, she found out. Before we did it, not after. And it's that way every fucking time, isn't it? When Charles contacts me at all, when you cause a problem for me at all, my guys get pissed. And then we find out. And it's been that way since McNamara email in 2015, right? Mr. Perry's asking, who told on me? Thank you for the admission of guilt. You're admitting you did it. You were planning it. It was malicious. You thought it through. You premeditated it. Right? You just want to know how we found out. Every time you contact me, you coward little pussy who picks on women and children to feel tough, sadist, whatever, bizarro. This is defining you right now. Creepster, pervert. That defines who you are right now, because that's all you do all day with your time. He bothers me, we get more. You cause a problem for me, we get more. It's easy kindergarten, cause and effect. Kindergarten level thinking, cause and effect. And these are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. And this is Cynthia Ortiz. Mr. Perry, you're rejected. You've been rejected for 13 years. You're going to be rejected again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And I'm not going to talk to you. You don't even make sense. You're just like that whack job. You can't be normal and stalk somebody. You can't. Unless you're a detective and you're investigating a criminal act. Either a private detective or a cop. Okay, but then you don't go around saying that's my girlfriend. Oh, and by the way, first you said it was political. So which one is it? Is it political or do you think it's romantic? It's not romantic for me. I don't feel any romantic feelings for you. I don't feel anything but disgust for you. You're a fat, lazy turnoff, not a turn me on. And you know that. Rejected, fail. So you're rejected. Does everybody get that now? I mean, I've said it every day for like what? A decade or so. I don't like him. He's weirdo. He's strango. That's not my thing. That's not my boyfriend. I'm not in love with him. He's rejected. He can't be normal, and you got to be normal to ride this ride. Period. He can't do it. Doesn't have any power. He is consumed with whack job stuff. Consumed with it. It rules every minute of his day and every penny of his money. It is more important to him than a cover-up, than getting information, than getting a real-life date with a real-life person, or than Jacqueline Perry, Jordan Perry, and Matthew Perry. That weirdo problem matters to him more than any of that. And it's sad. He's a monster. People don't like monsters, do they? And a society is defined by what it does with its monsters. If you're normal, you can't bring yourself to do the strange-o stuff you do, sir. And the cruel stuff that you do. You have no fucking idea what I'm saying right now, do you? You act like you have no fucking idea what I just said. Huntington's disease. See, we knew you have Huntington's disease. Because when you contact me, we find out more. So it's more important to you just sit around and bother me, even than to have a cover-up or, some sort of, confidentiality. You don't care about your confidentiality. Because when you contact me, we find out more. I fucking hate it. It's disgusting to me. And so I'll do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for legal standard, the proximate cause legal standard. If Mr. Perry wasn't causing one problem after another and contacting me against my will and butting into shit, doesn't concern him. He wasn't invited to Oklahoma. I don't want him up here in my life. Charles, you're creeping me out right now, so we'll get more. Everybody write down. It's more important to Charles Perry to just sit around being creepster and make me sick at my stomach than even a cover-up. When he contacts me, we get more. There's no date. There's no information. There's no cover-up. We find out more. He just pissed my guys off. I said, don't fucking contact me. I fucking hate it. So, but for him doing this stuff anyway against my will, and trying to force himself on me like some crazed rapist, and trying to force me to do things I said no to for a long time, every day. No means no. One time is all it should need to be said. We wouldn't do these to document it. When he's sitting around planning a crime against me and we find out about it, we do this to document malicious aforethought. It is an injury. It's going to cause an injury, and that's the intent. The injury is going to be caused to me, and that's the intent. And he knows it's a crime. He's going to do it anyway. Sometimes he knows he's caught planning it, and he's going to do it anyway. He's stupid. Criminals are stupid. Low IQ and no self-control. No impulse control. So, I don't want to talk to you. You don't even make sense. I don't waste my time talking to people who can't understand a fucking thing you say. You act like you have no fucking idea what people are saying anymore because you got Huntington's disease. When you do the crime to me, it all changed. Everything changed. I know what Papa John's means. I know what the Muffin Man is all about. Who the Muffin Man is. I know what Hansel and Gretel means. I know what Ratatouille means. I know what Rumpelstiltskin means. Your code words. Anybody else, any other victim have all that? Why is it different when you do it to me? But see, that's how we do that's why we're applying proximate cause. You're the cause. You're the causation. You wanted to cause an injury to me. You want to bully me. You want to do, fake up some court thing. You want to, you guys have numerous. Coax me to this place like you did Mike to kill him. How'd you know Mike had to be begged to go to Pensacola? If he had to be begged, that means initially he said no. I don't want to go to Pensacola. But you planned his murder. So you had to coax him over there, beg him to go, right? You just wanted to see if I knew who actually called him and asked him to go. Was it Josh Burson? Was it you? Huh? You don't know what I know, and there's some things we're not going to tell you we know until it's too fucking late for you. So you just like this guy. And I assert all constitutional rights, especially but not limited to the equal protection, due process, equal protection in the applications of all the laws. You're discriminating based on gender, TPD. You always have. Because a domestic violence victim should walk into your building and see the words on the wall, "You're safe now." And that's not what you did. You took my police report and gave it to the offender, who then obstructed justice and destroyed all my evidence of attempted murder of me. And then he killed a cop. And at what point is he going to snap? And you're going to have to explain to the public why Oklahoma law enforcement sat on its hands and watched Mr. Perry put me through unimaginable torment and torture for years. and you didn't do a fucking thing, and somebody else from a different jurisdiction did, or it would be a lot worse than it is. And I got a lot of I told you so's. Right, Jerry Bender? Were you in the loop today? Did they tell you what happened? Were you pissed? Yep, I heard you were. You were in the loop and you're pissed. Okay, so the application of equal protection. Equal application of the laws against stalking, hacking, peeping, cloning, coercion, witness tampering, retaliating against somebody for their testimony, or filing a police report. When you actually, in Oklahoma, you have to if you want a protective order. And if somebody's threatening you with death and false arrest, you need a protective order, don't you? I would think so. That's just prudent individual. Reasonable, prudent individual standard applies here too. Okay, so all you guys are getting told on because you're monsters, and people don't like monsters. They want that stopped. This is common sense, is it not? See, everybody else is like this, Mr. Perry. Everybody else is this.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
You want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
Okay, so if Mr. Perry really liked me, he'd respect my privacy. He wouldn't butt into anything. He'd make sure I never missed a meal and not try to starve me until I lie, or starve me into whatever. Coerce, be trafficked. He would respect boundaries, and he'd go be normal. But he can't. He can't. He's pathetic, and he's a weirdo. He's a strange old problem, and it's everybody else's fault, right? He's gonna bother everybody else with that, right? He does enjoy torturing women and children. Kids, too, please know that. Not just women, which is sick enough. So his guy is like, we make all these plans, and he's such a sick little fuck, he can't just leave her alone for a minute. So he starts torturing her and tormenting her and pissing her off. And then he pisses her guys off, and then they all find out, and everything blows up. It's been that way every day for years. Kindergarten level cause and effect. So you don't like me, Mr. Perry. Nobody believes that anymore. If you did, you ought to made sure I didn't miss a meal, not try to starve me to death. You wouldn't invade my privacy. That is a sick, fucked up thing to do to somebody. It's rape. It's vulgar. It's obscene. It's nasty. It's gross. And you're gross for doing it. You would not contact my family because I told you don't contact my family, didn't I? I didn't introduce you to my family. Why would I do that? You're dangerous. I never would have taken you around my family. You took it upon yourself to bother them and bother me. It's bothering. I don't see it as hot. I don't see it as sexy. It's nasty. It's gross. Get some manners and some class. You're not hot. You're not sexy. You're strange-o. You're weirdo. And that defines you. Because you never fucking stop it. You don't have any dignity. You don't have any grace. Every person I dated them pretty soon, pretty fast after I met them. They had actual real sex with me, Mr. Perry. I actually held their hand. It will never be you. 13 years rejected. Because you're everything that disgusts me. You creep me out, and you like creeping me out. You like creeping me out more than you want a real date. You enjoy torturing women. You want to torture women more than you want a real date. So don't sit around and tell everybody that you have a romance here. You little fucktard. Everybody knows that's bullshit. You might not be able to keep up with normal thinking, prudent, reasonable people. Okay, but everybody else doesn't have Huntington's disease. Creepy Jason. Creepy Chuggy. Creepy Chucky is what our guys call you. Creepy Chucky creeping on you again. I'll call him. It's Creepy Chucky. Look, it looks when we're watching him, it looks like he's Creepy Chucky again. Yup, he is. All right, hang on. And then they get to work. Well, they're already working, but they go at it harder. So, now we're going to the next one. Look, Mr. Perry, this is how the normal people.
That's okay. I don't care. That guy's been raping you.
Neil's not normal. He's like you. Bother. The guy that's in this video, like the other one that said, when a woman says leave me alone, leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Don't bother them. And you're bothering me. So that's normal people thinking. This guy's normal too. This guy here saying that it's rape.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
That guy's been raping you.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
No means no. Mr. Perry, if you wanted me to like you, you wouldn't invade my privacy. Because all the men that I've liked never invaded my privacy. If you wanted me to like you, you'd have made sure I didn't miss a meal. Because all the men I've liked, that I actually had a real date with, and I've, had normal, grown-up sex and held hands and all that stuff, romantic, normal things normal people do in a romance, they made sure I didn't miss a meal, they didn't invade my privacy, they respected boundaries, they had some class, some dignity, and they were normal. You enjoy tormenting, and that made some of your own people mad tonight. We have all this stuff planned. Charles is a sick little fuck, and he goes and fucking fucks with her, pisses everybody off, and then next thing we know, it blows everything up. Your guy said that. Right, Sanjay? I don't know that it was Sanjay. So, you don't have a date acting like you act. You don't have a cover-up acting like you act. Your crime's never been this uncovered. You don't have any information as to who's helping me, and you won't. It's going to be too late. You don't want help. If you wanted help, you have to leave me the fuck alone. Or no one's going to help you. And I've said that over and over and over and over. Why must we repeat the same thing for you all the time? Why? Huntington's disease. So, none of the stuff you say you want do you get doing what you're doing. And yet you keep doing the same thing every day. And it's been that way for a decade. 10 years. Of the same old, day after day after day, and you don't have anything but a TV show, rejection, and more crime coming out than ever before in your life, and nothing more. No woman's holding your hand. You don't have anything real. You disgust me. You have no romance. You're a delusional wackadoo. Everybody's sick and tired of dealing with it. So we don't have problems getting information, you do. Now, do I need to repeat that? How many times do I need to repeat that so Mr. Perry understands what the fuck I just said? So embarrassing. See this?
Stop you!
People.
That's okay. I don't care. That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want. That's okay. I don't.
People are sick and tired of the need to repeat things for you. Because everybody else gets it after you say it once.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can tell
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Stepdad been raping you?
All right, this right here. I'm gonna. Okay, let's try to make sure that we establish for the record that there is the reasonable expectation that when we say it one time, it is duly noted for the record. It for sure is in our case. If you got something else going on that you're too stupid to make sure it's duly noted for the record, even when it's said one time, because everybody else that doesn't have Alzheimer's, only you guys do. We've got it. If you don't have it and it has to be repeated, that's your problem. We get it after the first time it's said. It's on our record now and forever. And if it has to be said again and again, now it's okay. Well, we don't just have one, now we got 20. So these people are especially kind of, a special kind of stupid that you got to say the same thing over and over and over. We got it. You got to say the same thing, Mr. Perry, over and over. You're not wanted. You're creeping me out. You give me the heebie-jeebies and the creepy crawlies. I moved twice to get away from you. You disgust me. Whatever is in your head is not real to me at all. It never was. Everybody's worried about you snapping because everybody can see. Here's the thing. When you got two people that actually had a romance, a real one, and they break up and one person can move on just like normal people do, and the other person is a fail and can't. It's a little easier to understand this shit, but when there was never anything at all, then you got a real whack job and he's going to snap, and then all the police are going to have to explain, why didn't you do something? Why did it have to come from somewhere else outside Oklahoma? I mean, golly, yeah. And we've said that before too. That's not the first time that's been said. We've said it. We said it about 5 years ago. What are they going to say when he snaps? Because everybody knows he'll snap. He's a whack job. He's a John Hinckley Jr. He's going to have a moment when he goes wacky jacky. And he's going to do something horrible. Something that nobody can cover up and nobody can clean up. And you're fucked. Because then all the news media is going to do what the news media always does. And you had all these warning signs, and what did you do? Not a fucking thing. And so here comes our guys. Yeah, well, guess what we did? We at least kept him from making it worse than it was. We needed to let him do a certain amount, like you let a drug sale happen. We weren't going to let anything happen to her. If it got to where we thought something was going to happen to her, we'd have made an arrest. But we got a lot of other people who are just as bad as he is, just as wacky jacky as he is, involved in his, deviant men's club. It's about deviant men. Deviant men who enjoy being together. They're all together. They're in a romance together. And they go rub one out after they piss women off. We got to figure out how to make women fail and torture women because my mama humiliated me. Oh, God. No one cares. We'll get you a tissue. Because 99.9% of the population don't become a violent offender even if they were abused. And their mom humiliated them. Whoop-de-doo, boo fucking who. You just can't keep up. Okay, so this right here, the person, or a person, was told, I'm not sure if this is about you. We can't use it. Because what they're doing is they're doing something intentionally to piss me off, or commit a crime against me, or cause some sort of injury. And then when I say something, they get them to go into court and say, oh, that didn't happen. That wasn't true. It was this. And they lie. And they've been doing that for quite a while, and we know that. We already know it, Mr. Kunzweiler. Okay, so we're going to be vague then. Well, sometimes we're not vague. I'm not vague on purpose, even though we know. Because maybe we have, we got our case, you got yours. Ours is real, yours is a bunch of fraud. I mean, that's a bottom line right there. Criminals don't wake up one day and decide to be nice. Mr. Kunzweiler, you should know that. Serial killers and cop killers, they don't just wake up one day. People who abuse women and children, they just wake up one day and go, oh, be nice now. You should know that. So there's a history here that you know nothing about. And whoever's, oh, we can't use that because it's too vague. Yeah. So, Mr. Perry, has, what he'll do is he'll run everybody off from my work so I don't make a fucking penny. And then I'll call a regular customer and go, do you want to come in? Sure. Mr. Perry gets in touch with that individual and says, make sure you don't go in until midnight because she's got her phone bill is due at midnight. And I want to make sure she does not make that deadline. And we've made it where she can't make money all week because we don't want her paying that phone bill. Right? So oddly, somebody that normally comes in around 8 pretty consistently can't make it until midnight on that one night. Right? Is it about that? Yeah. Okay. So, also they wanted to try to set me up for because the waitress is stealing money, apparently. My drawer doesn't come up short, hers does. She's got to guard me from her drawer, if you can even believe that. Then they were all sitting around, we're gonna have to have somebody take money and blame it on her. And since she's backed off and won't touch the money anymore until that girl leaves, we'll have to have it done another way. Like when she's getting everything ready. I don't get everything ready. The people that are handling the drawers, they get everything ready. So you were misinformed, sir. But it looks like you tried it, and it just didn't work, right? We got to make it look like she's as bad. Okay, but anytime you have a meeting, and you're sitting around planning, we're going to cause this problem for her, and say it's that. We get it. We don't even tell you how much we get. And you're the causation. You're the proximate cause. You intended to cause an injury. You intended to cause that injury to me. You knew it was going to be breaking the law to do it. And you knew, a lot of times, we found out about it already before you did it, and you do it anyway. Okay. Cause and effect, just not there for you people. So, does any other victim have all this? Any other victim have it? Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, Sanjay, Blankenship, Desiree, Richard, Dickey, Lawrence, Reuben, James. Any other victim have all this? This is the McNamara email. See, we get this stuff in every day, all the time, all day long, since 2015 that they know of. There's actually more. It actually was before that, but we're not going to tell them exactly what that was all about. We got to take her back to Texas where we can do more to her. Recorded. Because Mr. Perry wouldn't fuck off and leave me alone. Give me the creepy crawlies all day. Took my money. Your guy says when he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She's getting information no other victim has. She gets information on whatever crime it is we're trying to commit against her next before we do it. And y'all act like you have no idea what those words mean. Right? We can't get her kicked out for non-payment, so we can't take our money like we would normally do. Run her customers off so she didn't have any money. We can't do that. It's COVID moratorium. We'll have to do it on smoking. That's dated on the 9th. She did try that on the 15th. Look at the dates. Dates are significant, Calvin. And then and you did it to me twice. So then we got Lucius' name. We got Geppetto, your witch's name. We got Sanjay, your hacker's name. We got... there's another one. Blankenship, Desiree, Monique. Okay, this is the thing I was talking about with Mike Mealy. First, they're sending me a subpoena. I know you've been subpoenaed and you're a witness. I'm going to talk to you anyway and find out what you know. Because I'm the offender, right? It's illegal to witness tamper. You shouldn't have contacted me at all. You had no business doing that. Mr. Perry, you're going to jail for this. Do you understand? You sure you want to contact me again? Cause and effect. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, sir, we get a whole lot more intel. When you contact me, when you cause a problem for me, we get more. Mr. Perry, do you understand what I just said? We get more information about your crime. Ask the Muffin Man. You see, Mr. Perry has no fucking idea what I'm saying. He's still typing in my phone right now. I want to talk. I'm going to get you. I'm going to take. I want to talk. I'm going to get you. I want to take. I'm going to talk. I want to get you. I'm going to take. I'm going to talk. I'm going to get you. Like that all day long. Jesus Christ. Talk about snapping. Okay, so this is indicating that there was an attempt on Officer Neely's life and that it was premeditated. Is it not? And I'm going to tamper with the witness to see what the witness is going to say before they go into court and testify. You're the killer. They clearly knew their offender. They knew this guy. They let him in. There's no sign of forced entry in that room. Mike was drugged. Lucky and the offender are fighting over that. Stop it to the offender. Mike. He's calling out to Mike. The guy's killing him. He's found nice and neat in a corner. So the offender was ashamed. He knew them. He knew them. He's not slumped over like he was hit. He's laying flat on his back, face up, nice and neat. He was placed there. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. Remember, I knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. And then Mike is thrown face down on top of Lucky. He knew them, and he felt some amount of shame and didn't want to look at what he had done as he left. Covers up their faces. Covered up their faces. You can't kill somebody and have not a mark on you. This is part of the problem. Gene Mitchell and Myers, the questions in my deposition were not relevant to their case. They were relevant to Mr. Perry's false claims of being harassed every time he's told on. Nobody's bothering you. You're getting caught bothering me. That, sir, is not harassment. But you're a mentally impaired man, so you don't even fucking know what people are saying to you. You can't identify your legislative duties because raping women and torturing and tormenting women is not part of what you need to do to pass the law in Texas. Stalking, hacking people, none of that. You don't even know what state you legislate in. I live in Oklahoma, not Texas. So get a grip on reality. Is it Charles? You're told on, not me. I'm not doing sex trafficking and peeping and hacking and tormenting people. You are. You're getting caught. You're getting caught doing it to me. What police department is helping me? You're the one that asked that. Who's telling on me? Is it your mom? Is it LAPD? Is it Bossier City? Is it Memphis? Is it NYPD? Is it Al? Is it Jim? All day, every day. Thanks for the confirmation. There's something to tell. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Get a grip on reality. So the questions in my depo were pertinent to that bullshit. It's a fraud, intentional deception on a court, which is what that other guy said. I can't say for sure that that's you because it's too vague. The delay, I can't say for sure the delay was about you because it's too vague. So all the stuff that we did to piss her off so that tomorrow morning we could take you in before a grand jury and get you to say that's bullshit. We can say she's just crazy. We can't do it. It's too vague. When Charles contacts me, we find out stuff like that. It's been that way since the McNamara email of 2015, and you asked for it. You know that's how that works. You guys, do what you do. When he contacts me, we find out more. Because I fucking hate his contact. I fucking hate the invasion of my privacy. So don't complain about it. You asked for it, right? Princess Cuckoo Bird? You're proud of yourself. You disgust me. This defines you. Weirdo problem. Strangeo. Bizarro. Defines who you are. Defines you. Okay? All the stuff that we got. Princess Weirdo. You're proud for your kids. This is it right here. How'd she know my legal argument before I made it? And I know she knew because she texted me and told me don't do that. It's not plausible. What you're saying happened. There's no way. There's no possible way. Yep, there's not. I'm not even going to get into that. But I'll tell you, you were caught again. See, point out for me the marks on this guy that made that. If you're in a fight, if you beat somebody up, you're gonna have bruises on your hands. His hands would look like Chief Miller's face looked if he had done that. The offender knew them. He got right in, and then he covered up their faces, both of them. So it was somebody who felt a little bit of shame, or he wouldn't have done that. Took the time to do that. Took the time to place Lucky in a very small but hidden kind of area between the bed and the wall, and then threw Mike on top of him face down. So he's covering the face of both victims he had just murdered. Well, Mike wasn't dead yet. I believe he thought he had killed them both. And he didn't want to look at what he had done. Yeah. So it was somebody they knew. Somebody that was probably, they were all friends. Or they thought so. They wouldn't have trusted him to let him in the room, right? Okay. His hands would have looked like Chief Miller's face. Not a red swollen right hand only. Not left. Chief Miller's been beat back and forth so hard, back and forth with both hands, that he's died of internal decapitation, blunt force trauma to the head, and strangulation. Back and forth, back and forth. Yet we only have a red swollen right hand that has an IV in it, which would also make it red and swollen. They put that in immediately, so the detective stupid hadn't even gotten there yet to look at it. And that's what he has in his arrest report. The only injury is that right there, caused by a fucking IV. Boy, would I like to talk to that guy face to face. You have no idea. Talk about a law enforcement fail. I come from 4 generations of police. You have some pride in the badge, honor in the badge, pride in your work, or get the fuck out of it. People right now want to defund police because of shit, right? Just like that. They are not keeping us safe. They're keeping the bad guys safe. So defund them. We can get something else. If they can't do the job right, get something else. I'm completely against that. But guess what? It's not up to me. It isn't up to me. The pendulum is going to swing the other way. Hard. If you don't clean up your fucking mess. Straighten up your act. And remember, there's honor in your badge. The job of law enforcement is one thing and only one thing: relieve suffering caused by crime, or get the fuck out of it. You don't have the right to muck it up for everybody else and endanger other police. You don't have that right. Why would you think you do? Why the hell do you think you have that right? You don't have that right. You want to make the hurt go away for victims. There's nothing else for the job but that. And if you can't do it, and you're getting another police officer killed who was trying to, you have to answer to God before, you have to answer to God for that. And I'm sorry if you don't believe in God. You know what? There's no atheists in a foxhole. Have you heard that? Somebody's got a gun to your head, all of a sudden, I promise you, you're going to believe in God. If it's you about to die, if it's you they're trying to kill, you're going to believe in God. Maybe I'll start worrying about what's going to happen to your soul, because their blood is on your hands, and you're in the wrong line of work. And there is such a thing as karma. Guess what? In all religions, there's karma. God isn't mocked. You reap what you sow. Don't kill. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't bear false witness. Don't make shit up. Don't make crap up. And some of that is because somebody somewhere is going to make you look like a fool. Is that what you want? You can't hurt people, and you think God's just going to be okay with that. He's not okay with that. Look at Ahab. He called out a deceptive spirit to put the rabid dog down, didn't he? Who can trick him into his death? And one deceptive spirit said, I can. I'll make him think he's going to win in battle. So he'll go headlong into battle, and that's it. He's done. And that's exactly what happened. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. So all these guys that do this, by the way, they're Christian Baptist deacons. Charles Perry is a Christian Baptist deacon with a sex weirdo problem he absolutely has no control over. It dictates everything he does all fucking day. All the money he spent all fucking day. But guess what? Our guys are Christians, like true blue fucking fuck church. I'm going to pray in my fucking living room, but I'm going to get through to the throne of God, because we're fighting some monsters This is Goliath. And the only way we're going to get people free is if we have the help of God Almighty, because this enemy is bigger than we are, but my God is bigger than this enemy, by far. He spoke the world into existence. He can speak them out of existence, just like that if he wanted. Guess what else? We can get information just like that, and you can't. Okay, so you fight what you want to fight, and you do what you do, and don't complain when you get the same results you get every fucking day. Here's the arrest report. This police officer, he has one injury, a red swollen right hand. Okay, detective, fingerprint cop. I mean, I would love to talk to you face to face. I'll tell you what, you do not need to be a cop. You don't belong in law enforcement. Cop family has each other's back, and we don't leave one behind. And what the hell did you just do? What the fuck did you just do, sir? God help your ass. That's all I can say. Okay, see, I'm saying it in March. He was drugged. He didn't do it. In May, oh my gosh, they took depositions not till May. I said it in March, April, May. Yep, he was treated with Narcan. Who got that to me? Mr. Perry. Okay. My guys who don't go around pretending they're religious like you and hurting people got that to me in jail so that I wouldn't give up, so that I wouldn't lose hope. Is that why you thought it was Bossier City? Princess Weirdo? Your weirdo defines you now. Your weirdo defines you now. Yeah, OJ. You're like OJ, aren't you? Charles, when you contact me, he just contacted me again against my will. Makes my skin crawl. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. So we're going to get more. Next time you make a plan, remember that. They're going to give me arsenic, or they were giving me arsenic. He admitted it. Let your life fade away. Let us kill you. Yeah. I want it to end without deception, death, and destruction. Notice he leaves out the word deception. Yeah, okay. I mean, this just goes on and on. The stuff we got before. Threats to my car, then I got all these car wrecks. 3 years I'm hit at the wheel over and over and over. Yeah, this is the one Mike took. Mike and Lely took this report right here 6 days before Chief Miller's murder. That's not fishy. That's not fishy at all. Yeah. This is the harassment bullshit. Judge Kirkendall, I need you to leave her alone. Looks at me like you're bothering her, and you're just mad because you get caught bothering her. That's not harassment. Leave her alone. That way I can rule out entrapment and provocation, because it looks to me like you're provoking, intending to entrap. Kind of like that other thing. I can't use this, what she says about what I think is you. It might be you, it might not. You know why? It's too vague. Because what we need done is we're going to do something to piss her the fuck off on purpose, intentionally, to get her talking about it. So she'll talk about it. Then tomorrow morning we'll get you in front of a grand jury, and all you have to do is lie and tell everybody, oh no, we didn't try to piss her off on purpose to get her to put something on the internet about it. No, it was about, this is what caused that. Had nothing to do with her. Yep, you're caught. Note it for the record, because our judge already heard all that. It's duly noted for the record in ours. We only need one. You are stupid, and you have Alzheimer's or something, and everybody has to fucking repeat the same fucking thing for you over and over and over and over, and you still don't get it. We are not like that. We're very smart. You say it once. And then if you say it again, now we go, okay, well, they've said it twice now. And then you say, okay, well, now they've said it 3 times. Now they've said it, okay, now they've said it 4 times. Nobody forgets anything, bitch. Pussy coward bitch. When you fuck with me, we get this stuff right here. Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, Sanjay. When you fuck with me, we get stuff just like that. These guys are police officers. They're about to put you in jail. They're going to use this to do that. Why else would we do what we do? What other victim has what we have? Why is it different when you do it to me? Yeah, you don't know because you're stupid. Criminals are stupid, and there's official research that says that. Biology theory of criminology. Criminals suffer from low IQ and no impulse control. No impulse control. So your sex weirdo problem, you're creepy, I gotta torture women and go rub one out, even if it means we get told on. Yeah, that defines you now, princess weirdo. And they're worried you're gonna snap. So are you proud of yourself? Huh? Can't get a date, has no cover up, nobody will tell him anything, and he does the same thing every day that provokes those results. Same old, same old, same old. Okay? So we're all tired of it. Everyone's sick of it. We don't have any problems getting information. You do. You can't name one of my guys. I just named a bunch of yours. And you just can't get it. Can't put all this is kindergarten level thinking, sir. Yeah. Okay. So we're done. And all the stuff that happened over the last, the main stuff, not all of it, but the main points have been duly noted for the record in our court, and that's why I'm doing a podcast, so you'll note it for the record in yours. Go let your grand jury hear this, okay? So that they know exactly don't withhold intentionally, conceal a material fact. Make sure they know that you sat down and talked to somebody and you told them, we want you to piss her off, okay? Here's how you're going to piss her off. Then she'll put it on Facebook tomorrow. We'll get you in front of the grand jury. And you lie and you say, oh, no, that's not what happened. And then we'll just say she's crazy, okay? Yeah, we caught it. And then, she was too vague. Why do you think I was too vague? Why do you think I was vague? And maybe you got the wrong thing that I was talking about. Maybe it was the wrong thing. Maybe I'm pissed off about my customer that waits until the last minute to come in. So now I can't pay my bill. Never did that before. Why is he doing it now? Yeah. All right. Bye-bye. We're done.